anybody else tired, or is it just Matt and I?
I was saying what I was whispering earlier is that we say we're gonna go live at 9, and then at like 8:36, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get going.
Yeah, time
and
to
I
get
rush
bed.
here.
Yep.
And I expect Bubba's waiting for me, and he's not waiting. Well, he was kind of waiting. He was sitting on his computer for a long time.
I absolutely was. I was I was telling Matt, I have everything up. I kind of messed with some stuff in OBS, not the things that just went wrong, but other things. And in like doing all of that stuff, I was just like sitting here watching disc golf videos. I was watching the
As you do at like 8 in the morning your time, yeah.
I think I was watching the 2022 World Championships. That's what I was watching. The back 10.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But back 10's not a thing. Back 9, I think is what it was.
The back niner.
That's what I was just sitting here doing that. And I saw Matt pop on. I'm like, oh, well, it was like 7:45 my time. I'm like, man, I got plenty of time. What's he doing? Why is he here so early?
I don't know. Todd, that is so awesome. I hope he wins it all.
Mr. Tickle Giggler Regional U.S. Championships in Atlanta.
Yeah, well, it's pretty big down in Atlanta.
No, we've talked about this a million times with Magic. Like every single time, I have to relearn how to play that game. Every time.
No.
I think if we played right now, Matt, I would have to relearn how to play that game.
Absolutely. It'd be like, I have mana, I have land.
Allegedly.
I have a commander sometimes.
The last time we played, we played with Josh. Well, I don't know if you played or not. I did
not. I have not played Magic since we played at that convention.
Bro, I got demolished.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because he was playing some weird like commander deck where it was just the game was basically watch me beat you. And so as we were playing, he would say, and it does this and this and this and this, and then you die. And I'm like, I don't understand. Do I get to play?
Play your card again. Start from the top.
Are we playing a game, or am I watching a YouTube video? Like just some is this interactive?
Both. Well, I think that's kind of the thing, like with Magic players, like they're typically like really they're very knowledgeable of all their cards and when to play the right ones at what time. And that's where I think the disadvantage is for people like us. Like I can sit down and play most games and have a sporting chance. But with Magic and I'll even say like HeroClix and games that are like in that genre where you have to like build a team or build a deck, like
okay,
I don't stand a chance. Not until I've played. It's like Aaron was saying yesterday, like asymmetrical games, like the first time you play it, you have to learn how your person plays, and you have to be knowledgeable of how their person
absolutely,
their faction plays. So it's like the same deal. And if I don't know my own, how can I stop you on yours?
Can't. You won't.
You can't
ever.
No.
Not with that attitude.
No, why even try, right?
I had to dip before the stream was over. Who ended up winning?
Aaron.
Gosh.
Before the stream, she was like, I don't know how this faction can win. She's like, I just think you have too much. Like you have people everywhere. I'm like, well, you have those cards, and those cards are like the ultimate trump. And I was like, I can't attack any of your little guys. Like I only have one power to bombard those guys. And I can do it in one spot. And once I do it once, I can't do it anywhere else. It's like
it's one and done.
It's one and done. So if she's like continually just putting those things everywhere, like I can't stop them. So she ended up winning.
But you had a good time?
Yeah. I want to play it again with 4 players or at least 3 players because it adds. Well, it obviously adds 2 more players, but it adds another 2 more factions that play just totally different. Like there are these scoundrel merchants who like are delivering cargo to islands, and when they deliver the cargo, the value of that region goes up. Instead of having the first player like choose one of the regions and turn up the die on the region to make it worth more points, they are the ones who are delivering and making that go up. So
yeah, I've not ever played Ahoy, but I'm a big fan. I'll say this: I'm a I'm a big fan of what Leader does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like the games that they create, the experiences that they do.
Yep.
Oath was not for me. It just wasn't for me.
That's a lot going on there. A lot going on.
That's a major king builder. It's long term. There's a lot of diplomacy, both like in the game and in real person.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah, it's more of an experience that I'm trying to have sitting down and play a game. Mm-hmm. But I sat down with people at a convention, and holy crap, dude! Like they had a blast playing that game. So then, Leader comes out with, timeline's a little fuzzy on me, but they came out with Fort.
Yeah.
Loved Fort. Like, we have Fort.
Fort's
I need
great.
to get the Cats and Dogs.
Cats and Dogs, yep.
Yeah. I need to get that expansion. It's the game that my son can just walk up and teach. What was that?
Someone just flushed a toilet nearby me, I think.
Did you, like, right on top of you?
I think so.
It's like an airplane toilet?
Dude,
like,
I think it was. Loud. Yeah, I was like, is it coming down here?
So we have all of Fort. I'm sorry, we have all of Root. I mean, in all of it. Anything that you can get
we're missing like a playmat and some stuffies, or whatever you want to call them.
So, some stuffies, yeah. We don't have any of the plushies.
Whatever. Plushie.
Then we have Fort. And when Ahoy was released, I remember like, man, I want to get that game.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I walked by, it was out. Like,
yep,
couldn't get it at convention. So, I mean, it's Gen Con. It's probably gonna come live in my house.
Gen Con or
probably
bust.
gonna come live in my house.
It's
I'm
great.
in the process,
Shane,
Matthew, of getting rid of games.
Which ones? What's in your pile?
Oh, I have no idea.
Don't say that.
I don't know.
Are in your pile?
I have no idea.
Show me.
So, Rosie, look behind me. Oh, that fell. That's pretty cool.
Did.
But Rosie from the chat, she sent me a message and she's like, "Hey, I mentioned on Monday, I'd be willing to get rid of some of my games in exchange for retro video games."
Oh, right. I heard you say that.
And she said, "Oh, really?" And sent me a message and it's like, "Hey, my husband has some retro video games that he might be willing to get rid of. What do you got?" And so we're in the middle of like figuring out what they have and what I have.
What do they have?
They don't know what I have and I don't know what they have. Like that's kind of where we're at.
Can we get Rosie on the chat here?
Yeah, Rosie, first time caller, long time listener.
I don't know why I ate this. It was here and I just put it in my mouth. I'm sorry, everybody.
What is it? Of course, Natch. Yeah.
I have 3 left.
3? Matthew, look how big this bag is. You got 3 of them left?
I mean, I'm sharing with people. Give me a freaking break here.
I'm also sharing with people.
Not PJ.
No, only PJ. The only time he wants to come and hang out with me is if he gets a piece of candy. And so...
It's like Pavlov's dog.
Well, I don't know what kind of precedent it sets as like a parent...
You don't need teeth.
Child
Chad says he has a pile. I need to go back through my collection and cull some more. Make room for the Kickstarter coming in. Wait, Chad, did you back Marvel United Multiverse?
I don't know if he did or not. Excuse me. Whew, hold back the yawn. I don't know if he did or not, but he said he has 28 Kickstarters and he didn't even count GameFound on the way.
Oh,
on the way.
I love that so much.
No. Oh, he didn't. Matt, come on.
Oh, there we go. See, start compiling a list of retro games.
32.
Rosie forwarded me the email. Okay,
oh, yeah.
Perfect. 32 with GameFound. No, you don't have issues. You just like games. So you've been like, I'll bring this game to PAX East if you're going to be there.
Oh, hey, Lothar. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Okay. Hey, well, tell me right now, what systems do you have? just give me a general overview here, how I can kind of prepare my heart. Because
you like NDO?
Oh yeah.
You like?
I'm more of an N-Gage kind of guy myself.
Yeah, N-Gage. Yeah.
Ooh. NES, GameCube, and PS2. Okay.
Let's talk about those GameCube games. Can you add me to the email too? Can you add me to the email too? Yeah, let's talk. Go
ahead, Matt. I dare you.
I was gonna say, every time I go looking for GameCube games in the wild, you find like NHL 2002, Madden,
like backyard baseball,
Madden, NBA Live, whatever it was back then.
Sports on sports.
Yeah, it's just only. Oh, and don't forget NCAA, which I really liked NCAA football. Sometimes I think about the announcers from that game and how like it's just burned into my brain, like all the sayings because they say them over and over.
Yeah.
But yeah, there aren't many good games out in the wild. So.
Yeah, Lothar,
yes, they really do.
They're expensive games, and so I'm willing to pay out in board games. I really am. Like I'm not gonna shortchange anybody. I'm not trying to be cheap. Like I'm probably gonna eat a lot in shipping if I'm being real. But at the end of the day, I want to make a good trade. I will tell you this: I do not have a GameCube, the system. I do have a Nintendo Wii that plays GameCube games.
Ooh, Wii U.
I don't have a Wii U.
Oh yeah, I have 2 Wii U's.
I'm also on the hunt for I think I want SNES. Like I want some Super Pretendos.
You don't have one?
No, I have the SNES Mini. But you have some NES stuff, Lothar. Let's talk about it, man.
I do not have a regular Nintendo. OG Nintendo.
And I'm willing to deal, man. Like basically any and all of it. I'll have to figure out how to get the dadgum thing to work on current generation televisions, but
Shane says sometimes I always think of those announcers.
Sometimes always.
He's an ATM, automatic touchdown machine. Where do you come up with these things? They just come to me.
Oh man. Oh hey, Ryan, man. Dude, you got Metroid Prime Remastered. Matt, did you see that yesterday?
I did see that, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever played it.
I haven't. I mean, because that's the whole point of this conversation.
Oh, okay.
I basically skipped that entire generation.
I did. I skipped a lot of Metroid stuff because I was Zelda bro, and I was Tony Hawk bro, and I was NCAA football bro.
I played a lot of that. I did play I had a GameCube for a real short period. The games that I played on GameCube, in no particular order, but this is an exhaustive list. NFL Street 2. Played that.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Ryan's comment about your hair sticking straight up.
This one, hey, look, man. When I tell you, like, I had a hood on until I showed up.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Got him. Yo, Patrick, thank you for the.
Sorry, backyard football.
So not backyard football. I played NFL Street 2.
Oh, sorry, same thing.
I played Def Jam Def Jam Vendetta, not Fight for New York.
That's off my radar. Yeah.
Well, it's like, what if rappers were wrestlers?
Right. Yeah. Was Mos Def in that one?
It plays all. That's a great question. I don't know. I want to say.
Well, we'll look it up.
I don't
later.
know if he was hardcore enough.
Yeah,
but
he obviously
what if
was.
wrestlers, like all that, because it was made by THQ. So
I didn't know that. So that changes everything.
It plays exactly like the WCW games and the WWF games, but like with more like
with rappers
fighting, and they're like, it's gnarly. Oh, hello. And then I also.
Is it breakfast time?
It
or
is.
PJ time?
But both in. Thanks, PJ. And
coffee time. Thanks, PJ. Thanks, PJ's mom.
You want to say hi? Say hi.
Hey, internet world.
Say hi, everybody. What do you want to say to your fans? No? Okay. We're losing it. Yeah.
Patrick, I never played any of those like NHL like open ice or hits or whatever they were, because I always wanted the most realistic NHL experience when I played any of those games. So like I would turn the settings up. I would play 20-minute periods. I would play like all penalties. I would play like everything you make the game more realistic and harder, the better. And so that's where I went.
You turn the smell up.
The smellometer? Yeah. Oh yeah. No, usually what I do is I just like put my hockey gloves like in front of me on a table so I can just smell them.
Oh god, yeah.
While I'm playing.
Well, you gotta make the experience happen.
You really do. Yeah. It feels like you're right there.
Good morning. How we doing?
Good morning. Welcome. Ice Pedal. What's up?
Yeah, Lothar, dude, just like seriously, go through it. I'm not super all the way interested in like quality. Like I'm not looking for like complete in box or anything. This is me just starting out, dude. I got to go somewhere.
He really wants Wind Waker. I'm gonna say it for you. I'm gonna say it for you. Wind Waker on GameCube.
Real talk, like if we're talking like GameCube games that I think would be kind of up there for me, Sunshine.
I know somebody who has it.
Who? Oh, you? Well, you're using it.
No, I have it on the Switch.
Oh, I also have it on the Switch, but I want it on the GameCube. So that, Wind Waker, Double Dash, Smash, you know, kind of those big hitters. Also, Metroid Prime. I would like to have that.
Sunshine and Wind Waker.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Put them in the pile.
Put them in the
pile. Literally, there's probably only a handful of games that I have that I would be like, I'm not super interested in letting that go. But if the price is right, everything's up.
Everything must go. Patrick, do you play the new hockey games? Do you play NHL 22, 23? I haven't gotten 23. I'm trying to resist because I know that once I get it, that's all I will play. And I've let go of 22. I haven't played in a while, so I'm trying not to pick up 23 because I know I'll just keep playing it over and over and over forevermore. You
will.
I don't have a system that plays them. Dang. Well, we'll wait. Go ahead. I've always been PlayStation, but I also started off at I was always Nintendo since the beginning. Although we did have an Atari as well.
Yeah.
But Nintendo was like my first console, and my grandma bought it for me. Super surprised, and we got every Nintendo system since then, or I have.
Okay.
But I also got Sega, and then I started getting PlayStation as well. So I'm PlayStation and I'm Nintendo. For life. I
kind of left the console war behind a long time ago.
I'm not saying it's a war. I'm just saying those two are the ones I'll get. If I have a PlayStation, I don't need an Xbox.
That's inaccurate.
It's okay. It's almost. There's very few games I would get for an Xbox.
Let me rephrase. It is not inaccurate. It's just you do actually miss out on some things. Now it depends on if you want to play those things or not. I would argue like that there are better exclusives. We've had this conversation 1,000 times on PlayStation, and so if that's what you're going for, that's probably the best bet. And honestly, moving forward, if you were to buy a console, I don't know. Now with Game Pass, like it's starting to get real interesting. Man, I don't know. Just get everything. Just they're Pokemon.
We talked about it. I saw some stat this morning that PlayStation sold 8.8 million.
Add it to the list, Lothar. Is it the Master Collection, or just Ocarina of Time? You know what I'm talking about? The 2-disc set?
Oh, it probably comes with them. It's probably Master Quest, yeah. I only have the Master Quest for the GameCube. I found it in the wild by itself.
Lothar, let me ask you this. You found it in the wild?
I found, the Master Quest by itself in the wild, like at a
nice.
Book and Music Exchange.
Oh, okay, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Lothar, tell me this. Do you have the Game Boy Advanced player adapter? Dude, Levi.
Wow, really? Is this like a flea market here or something?
What's going on? He's losing his mind out there.
Well, because you scared him. I bet I scared him, actually. You didn't give me any candy.
Oh, I forgot. Next time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ice Pedal. Okay, so Ice Pedal, she has a son who's, he has mobility, issues.
Oh, okay. Yes, absolutely.
And so that Xbox adaptability controller, holy crap.
Yeah. Every console needs to have something like that. Like it doesn't make sense that the others don't.
Hey, Patrick, go find it and put it on the internet. If you have a Sega CD somewhere, you need to sell that thing.
Sega CD. You're talking about Sewer Sharks here?
If you're not using it, and dude, if it's complete in box, that thing is worth a lot of money right now.
With Sewer Sharks?
Only Sewer Sharks.
Yeah, that was the game I played on Sega CD.
No box, quite sure. Any brown box will do. Yeah.
I don't play Advanced Wars on Game Boy. I've heard everyone loves that game. Luke was talking about that game. I hear isn't that like the remaster coming out someday? Or something, a re-release? Am I making that up?
Oh, Advanced Wars. I don't know if there is something coming out for it.
There you go.
But like, I'm not a tactics guy. I'm terrible at tactics, and so all of that stuff just kind of gets lost on me. I miss out on a lot of great games because I just don't want to play that at all.
I had to plug my Switch in here because it's getting down to 63%. We're gonna play some Game Boy Advance game here this morning. Eventually, the reason we were late, and the reason we were late, and I'm just full disclosure here. This is how it usually goes with Bubba and I. We have a plan for the show. Like this week, we're gonna talk about Ahoy. We're gonna talk about other asymmetrical games, and we probably will still do these things. You know, we have a plan of like what we're gonna do.
We'll play a game on. Anything.
We'll play a game on Board Game Arena. And what typically happens before we go live, I say something like, "Hey, we should play a Game Boy. We should play the Game Boy Advance games. We want to play Mario Kart." And Bubba's like, "Yeah, let's do it." Or he's like, "Why didn't you give me more time? I'll have to like just quickly make this happen." I'm like,
"Yes."
I don't know. It's inspiration strikes when I sit down right here.
Yeah, I mean, I cuss you out, and then we just do it.
That's it.
Get it out of my system.
And we can barely hear him. It's fine. Hard to put his eye.
Barely all the way hear him.
Ryan, I tore a ligament in my hand. Well, 1.5 actually. I tore all of the one right on the side right here, and then there's one on top that was chronically torn, like chronically partially torn. And I have surgery in a mere, well, not long, February 24th. So what is that, 21 days?
Yeah, you be the judge.
Not 21 days. 11 days? No, more than that. What's wrong with math this morning? 24 minus 9 is...
Get your calculators out, everybody.
15 days. Is that right?
Subtract 10 and add 1. Like we gotta learn the shortcuts here.
I know. So I think it was I was tripped. I think it was from when I was tripped in hockey. I remember going down, hitting pretty hard on falling on my hand, getting up and continuing to play. I wasn't happy with the guy. It didn't feel good, but I kept playing, and I just like went months without doing anything on it, and it just got progressively worse. So I thought I broke it eventually. I got an X-ray, and it wasn't true. I didn't break it. Had an MRI. And there they go. I found it. I mean, I had surgery.
Kind of wish you would have broken it, right? Like
I know, because I would have been like already healed at this point. Here I am, mandible claw.
What do you have like range of motion wise though? Like what can you do? Where are we at?
Like with it on or with it off?
Both end. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's peep it. Like here's normal. I have like there. I can go there. Wow. I don't know if that's any different than. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's drastically different. That's actually pretty impressive. Just in general.
Probably can go a little more, and down is pretty awful. Oh, it hurts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's pulling in this top tendon. Yeah, hand stuff does really suck. Oh man, see, Shane and I have all these like inside jokes. There's this. I can't explain it. I'll just say like there was this band when we were growing up. We used to go to a lot of local shows, and there's this band called Wrath of Stacy. The guy used to have what we called mangled fingers when he played guitar because his fingers were like always like basically they looked like a mangled mess when he played. And so we always like, where's mangled fingers?
Where's old mangled fingers at?
Thank you. I'm honestly, I think the surgery will be fine. I'm not nervous. I've had one surgery before fixing my ear. Like they had to cut a little thing off my tragus and put the cartilage in there. Bubba hears the story like so many times.
Yep.
Cut a little piece off the cartilage on my tragus and put it in my ear to fix something because skin was growing where it wasn't supposed to. And it could
As
kill.
it's
it could
wont to do.
Yeah. Well, I had reverse ear pressure. When you get reverse ear pressure, your skin says, "Well, let's grow everywhere." Then it will keep growing into your brain. I'm not kidding. This is all like what I was told. Called cholesteatoma.
You've been watching too much Elastic.
Called cholesteatoma. So I'm not nervous about the surgery. I'm just ready to have it freaking done. Like Bubba said, like if I had just broken it,
oh man,
it would have been done. But now I'm gonna have surgery, and after the surgery, I'll be in this brace that I won't be able to bend my arm, and eventually it's called a Bledsoe brace. It's going to be like every week they'll like let me straighten my arm out a little bit more, but I won't be able to move it anywhere. So we'll see.
The little knob on your ear has a technical scientific name. Yeah,
it sure does.
The glottal.
No, it's called tragus. And I only know this. I got a lot. It used to be going to a lot of local shows. You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. So you know a lot of like different piercings and what their names are called, because when people say, "I want to get my little flappy thing pierced," and everyone know, "Oh, the tragus." Yeah, I'll get that pierced. So
how do you spell it? You don't. It's voice activated. That's all it is.
TR Agus. Oh man. I already showed Shane this, but I'm gonna let the internet know that this is coming. I found this on the Amazon. You can get these stickers that you can place places that say like voice activated, and you just stick them anywhere. So people have to and then you just watch them make a fool of themselves, or like clap activated, or
yes,
yeah, like a whole roll of them. Oh man, I need them.
Okay. Well, hey, now let's watch out, because next time Sticker Mule has some $29 deal for 50 stickers. We have just control stickers, like obvious plant stuff.
Anna, just look up parts of the ear.
Yeah, the nasty ear skin stuff. Just type that in.
Parts of the ear. Parts of the outer
anybody
ear.
that does that, you can just forget about your like algorithm being normal for a very
TRAGUS. There it is. Yep.
Well, see you guys later. Because you're just it's gonna be weird from here on out. Anybody who's had their phone on and has heard the word tragus, like it's just forget about it.
See? People get that pierced.
You had yours pierced?
Me? Or
no,
Sam?
Ice Puddle. Like that's you live in it. I wouldn't expect that from where you live.
Oh, no. Are you kidding me? What else are you gonna do?
Is that kind of a hotbed for that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's a hotbed.
It's the Midwest. Well, I guess that's where you came from.
I'm gonna make a general statement here, and it's probably not true. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, Matt, you're wrong." Maybe it's like states that have like longer winter months. Like you just kind of need something to do, so you just go get piercings. I don't know.
I was talking with somebody the other day. I was actually talking with, I'm not going to dox anybody, but oh Matt, you weren't on this trip. Were you? Hold, pause for effect. Did you come to E3 with us?
No, I wasn't invited.
Dude. So there was somebody who came to E3 with us, and they ate a fish taco.
Oh, I know this story.
Decimated. Absolutely decimated.
Because it was an old fish taco. It was old.
I was talking to him. He said he has not had a fish taco since, and that was
like 7 years ago.
Like I mean, a long time ago. Hadn't had a fish taco since. I've had several. They're delicious.
I've had a lot of piercings. So we're gonna keep going on. I've had my inner conch pierced, which is this piece right here in the middle.
This is called the conch?
Yeah, the middle bit is called the con.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, it was very painful. My lip, my tongue.
Why would that be painful though?
It's so thick.
Oh, got it.
And
but, like,
it
are there
just
a lot of
took
nerve
forever to
endings in
heal.
there, or is it just
what?
Are there
just
a lot
cartilage.
of nerve endings?
I don't know. It's painful, man. I had to take it out when I had ear surgery. Remember that? And it closed up so fast, so it never went back in.
Yeah, I mean, hey, fish taco guy. It's like if you know, you know. That's
you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Anyway, he's in northern Michigan, and I mean like northern Michigan.
Oh yeah, well, I guess if you're up there, you're seeing muskie.
Yeah, and I was like, oh hey man, Matt's from the Mitt, and he's like, oh, but he's where? And I was like, ah,
you call me a troll?
Well, I did he call you a troll?
Yeah, did he call me a troll?
I'll ask him next time I talk to him.
Because you live under the bridge. Is he from the UP?
He's from the like almost the tip top, like basically Canada.
Of the Upper Peninsula or the Lower Peninsula?
Nobody knows, Matt. These words. Yeah,
he's probably, if he's like that far, he's probably in the Upper Peninsula.
I didn't ask him to show me where.
Because he couldn't, man. You can't when you're in the UP. Like you have like right here. Yeah, probably Uber, exactly. So anyone who lives under the bridge, in the Lower Peninsula, the troll.
In Lake Superior. How about that?
He lives what?
He lives on a boat in Lake Superior.
Is that for real?
No.
Oh gosh, that would be cold and kind of awesome at the same time. Empress, thank you so much for that follow. We're just, I don't know, we're chatting about everything this morning.
Hey, we're doing the thing here. Yeah, thank you so much. Did you start that?
What?
Our Nintendo Switch just decided that it was gonna start going.
Oh, mine turned off.
Oh, did it? Oh, yeah. That's probably why. All right.
Oh, I'm back in. Out. Nope.
No, you're out.
No. Leave the online session. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go back and come back in.
How do I get out of here? This is probably fun for everybody to watch.
Yeah, we hope you're all doing well. Canada is also south of Detroit. Oh, your logic is trash, Bubba. Yeah.
My logic?
Because Canada is south. There's part of Canada that's actually more southern than Detroit. It's more south of Detroit.
But more of Canada is north of Detroit, so
you can't prove that.
Yeah, I'm not here for logic. Like that's.
Are you going back into this Mario Kart?
I will do it here in a second when we load into it.
You're loading into it. Okay, I will also load into it.
I will do it when we load into it, like when we move over to that
portion. Oh, okay. Then I just won't mess with it right now.
Hey, and I've said this 1,000 times before, and I'll say it again forever and always. Geography is not my strong suit. It's not even my top 1,000 things that I'm good at all. So
I feel pretty okay with it.
Everybody knows more about geography than I do. Every single person. PJ knows more about geography than I do.
Yeah, that you're right there. That's true.
Yeah, and Matt is a troll. Absolutely.
Oh, 100%. Why did I get that pierced? I don't know. I thought it looked cool.
You got your... So let me see your ear. I want to see your conch that you've been pierced. Is there still a hole there?
No, it closes up so fast.
The cartilage does?
The skin does. You can't see it. The skin does.
So is it like...
It's
is there any cartilage there?
You can feel where it is. I probably could stab something back through.
Wait, why don't you just go get something real quick? Is there like a coffee
it just feels like who knows? People get piercings, okay, and it happens, and it feels like the ear's a little bit weaker right there where that hole was, and it probably is true. It probably broke the cartilage around it.
Maybe a guy with so many ear problems should not be putting.
I didn't have ear problems then.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just putting it out there. Okay, yeah, rocket's ready. Okay, ready.
Floppy boy Matt. That's it. Floppy ear boy Matt. I've always had like super like detached lobes anyways, so it just makes sense for me to gauge him. I almost stretched him again. I had it like looking at Amazon. I was like, do I want to get bigger? I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Shane, what do you say? You miss your piercings? I do too. I don't know. I just got like this itch to take everything out one time, and I let my ears close completely back up. Like I had nothing. I went from like 6 to 0.
Well, I remember when you started regauging your ears.
Yeah, well, it was super easy. I would be a god in Portland, Oregon. Is it because I have the style or like what? What?
You got your tongue pierced?
Yeah.
Wait, not anymore. Like how?
What do you mean?
Vertically or horizontally?
You want the story? How hardcore was that? Are you talking to me?
Vertical or horizontal? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I want vertical. Horizontal would be free. I would break it on my teeth.
I don't know one single person that has a horizontal tongue piercing.
I have two stories. Number one, when I had my lip pierced, I kept biting it, and so I took it out. Like every time I take a big bite of a sandwich, like bite the whole piercing. I was like, I can't do this anymore. It hurts. Number two, I wasn't a very wealthy individual in my. Okay,
I'm sorry,
ever.
has that changed?
Just hold on. Yeah, ever. How about ever? And so Shane and I would, just sometimes ask people for money, because why wouldn't you? If they have it and they want to give it, why not? So I decided I wanted to get my tongue pierced. And so after a youth group, I said, hey, I want to get my tongue pierced. Anyone want to donate to Matt getting his tongue pierced fund? And I had enough to do it. So I went and did it right then.
After youth group.
Really, after we ate at Fazoli's, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you're not a monster.
We gotta eat. So now I just have my ears. The youth pastor wasn't there, and this was all like, I guess it was more like kind of college age ish. You had your eyebrows microbladed.
Oh, do you know what that is?
No.
So microblading is it's where they use the string.
Okay, then I do, yes.
Yeah.
It's painful?
Dude, you ever tug on these guys right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're attached to your face, man.
I mean, I just thought I was cutting them. Yeah, see, Shane says we mostly asked after youth group was over.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it was after youth group at Fazoli's.
At the after party.
Yeah, it was the after youth group party.
Hey, so speaking of breadsticks, go get some pierced.
Tongue pierced? I told you, you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. Microblading is different, right? I don't know. Kind of like a tattoo, but with a blade making the cuts. Oh, that's not the same at all. That's not. You're talking about strings.
That's true. Yeah. I thought that was called microblading. I'm sorry.
No, that sounds painful.
They use a blade to cut the skin and put in ink. So instead of a tattoo, they just cut it and.
I'm gonna just look at some images here.
But and then what do they do?
Oh, interesting.
Do they sew it back up? No.
So let me ask you another, just a stupid question here. Mm-hmm. You won't know the answer.
Set it and forget it. Got it.
Do you only get your eyebrows microbladed, or do people get other things microbladed? Parts of their body.
I say all of it. Yeah. I mean, just go for it.
It looks like hair. I'm just wondering here.
Oh. I got you, Chris.
I don't know about that either.
Right now. So it's like when you shave your eyebrows off.
Wax.
Waxing would probably be more effective. And then the microblading, that's them drawing them back on.
So it's like coloring.
Well, what do we do for Chrissy? What are we doing for texture? That's what I want to know.
Just cut them off. Just cut into them.
Oh, you're just adding.
Oh, you're thickening brows. See, I'm learning a lot this morning.
Okay.
I feel good. This is good. This is Matt and Bubba, Beard Bros presents Matt and Bubba learning stuff.
We should do this with our beards.
In the morning. That's kind of where I was asking. That's where my questions were going to go. And I don't know. I don't think I wanted to do that for my beard. You can try it.
You coward. Let's do it.
Well, how about you give me money to get my tongue pierced? And then
well, what do you think this is, a Fazoli's? Get out of here.
Yeah. Get the breadsticks out here. Huh? Oh, man, those breadsticks are awful. Sorry if you like them.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's a better idea, Ryan. Yeah. Welcome to Body Grooming with Matt. Beard Bros presents with Matt and Bubba in the morning. Body Grooming in the morning. Hey, do you have music? Do I have music on? Oh,
I'm rocking.
My music ran out.
I'm listening to some Zelda and chill right now.
I'm listening to Dubtendo.
That's a little bit of a different vibe. We've been talking about piercings for too long. Your playlist.
No, I'm like, you like Dubtendo?
I do like Dubtendo.
Yeah,
but
Dubtendo.
The morning we're supposed to be kind of like getting
I gotta wake up
and like winding up.
That's only in the morning. Supposed to be up making breakfast anyway.
Woo woo! Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, let's move on.
Before I pull that video up, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
And we go down to E-Bomb's World.
Oh, E-Bomb's World. Oh my gosh, is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get flagged for going to this place?
Yeah, it's probably like an absolute watch list these days. E-Bomb's World, World Star, all those sites, man.
E-Bomb's World. I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still here.
Well, obviously.
The Dr. Phil is ending after 21 seasons. Here are 3 times he earned his. We'll never know.
Yeah.
This doesn't look the same from when I remember. There's
it's
a lot more ads here than I remember.
Dude, Homestar, we could watch some Homestar.
Oh man,
one day.
There's so many ads here. How are you supposed to find anything in here? I can't find Bubba and his little sis.
Ryan, what do you mean by you went Viking? Also, I just realized I think I'm in the stage of my old manness, okay? Because I looked in at least from 8 years ago, probably further back than that. I've had the same haircut for that long. I've solidified my style.
Oh really? I keep changing mine, and I feel like I keep changing my looks.
Yeah, but you're cyclical though. Like you just.
What do you mean?
You're not venturing off and finding anything new. You're just going back to things that you've had before.
I've never had this before. I've never had short on the sides, long on top.
Well, what about yesterday?
I don't know. I'm almost at a point where I can get like a really sweet ponytail here. Look at this. I don't even do it. It's like back bro.
Do you have long on like all of your left side?
What?
Where does it stop?
What do you mean?
Or is it just long on top?
No, just long on top.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Got it. We were giving Levi a haircut the other day.
Almost.
Levi's my 7-year-old, and that kid has the like most lush, gorgeous golden hair.
You cut it?
And it. Well, we tag teamed it.
Well, I mean,
and so I mean,
I'm just
he
saying,
was just.
You cut it. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, with locks for love, we because he was just so bushy, and it's not even that it looked bad on him. Like his full cap looked great, but there was just so much of it, and it was so dense that we're like, man, look, it's never gonna be that cold. Like we need to do you a favor. And so we did, and we left quite a bit of it on the top. And even then I was like, Anna, I feel really bad about cutting almost any of this off, because the kid's just like, I mean, he's got the head of hair to be like a model.
Make it happen.
It sounds like a lot of work. I don't know.
He's got to brush it.
Well, yeah, we asked him and he said yes, but like kids don't know.
Well, you get to the age where like, thankfully Ezra is old enough now. He can brush his own hair. He's 13, and his is like
finally
his is very long.
He can finally.
Ezra's is like down to his like shoulders now. So, but he doesn't want to put it in a ponytail.
Dude, your kid's got some thick nappy hair though, like all of them. I just look at those kids and I'm like, I don't want to have to be responsible for that.
My kids?
Yes, your kids.
Oh, my kids have lots of hair. Lots of hair.
It's all Matthew Warmbier tangly dangly. And so
except Ezra's.
Oh.
He
does have Aaron's hair.
Straight wavy hair. It's more straight than anyone else in the family. We're still waiting on Penny. We're not sure yet.
I think she'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
She should be.
Hey, so we're going to talk about some games here. We're going to play some games here this morning. We'll probably not talk about ear piercings again. Maybe. We'll see. We'll probably not mention E-Bob's World again, probably. Aaron cuts my hair because I don't want to pay for it. So
okay. I got you, Ryan. I see what you're talking about. He's like a bald fade all the way up and around, and then just slick back.
You could do that.
I mean, I've thought about it. I'm like, real talk. I've thought about it. I just don't. I like what I got, man. Like I feel like it suits me. And I like it.
You're like one of those people who would have the same clothes in their closet and just wear the same thing every day, right?
I don't know why I have more than a week's worth of clothes. Every shirt I wear is a Love Thy Nerd shirt. I like I like the shorts that I have.
Well, what if they rip?
I go buy more shorts almost
Okay.
exactly like that.
Okay.
I got to the point where when I did go buy new shorts, I bought shorts that were also swim trunks. And it's not like I'm serious.
Oh, I didn't expect that. Oh,
and
man.
It's not, you've seen them. You've seen me
I
wear
didn't
them in
realize
public.
they're swim trunks.
That's
Are
the
you
whole
kidding
point.
me?
I bought them. They're like dress, like
Are you talking about the pineapple ones?
No.
Jorts? Pineapple jorts?
I do like those though. They're quick dry. They are stretchy, and they're nice. I have a pair of khakis. I have a pair of like green khaki, and a pair of like charcoal black ones, and I love them. But then I also need jeans, and I'm like, there's just too many clothes. Like I don't need all these clothes. I have so many shirts, and Anna's like, get rid of all your shirts, and I'm like, oh, but I'm like a shirt hoarder though.
You get rid of the ones you're not gonna wear. Make a t-shirt blanket out of it.
I'm gonna wear all of them though.
Make a t-shirt blanket out of them.
I make a pile on the floor out of them.
That's about the same thing, yeah. Yeah, you never know when you're gonna need to be wearing quick dry shorts. Just anytime you might be wet.
It saved me. It saved me in the past.
When?
Okay. Some of the times.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say before. Like you wouldn't understand.
Okay, from some time before. Got it. Yeah. Okay, what are we doing now? We're gonna play a game?
Let's talk about Ahoy a little bit.
Okay.
So just a little bit. You got it there? All right. So this was a game that, like we talked about, Matt and Aaron played yesterday.
You see it?
And I think that while we're talking about it, I'm gonna see if I can pull up the footage. Because I want, in case anybody missed the stream yesterday.
Yeah, it's still here. Oh no, don't reload this site. Cancel, please.
You can watch the VOD. Oh hey guys, what's up? That's us.
We can't see anything.
Get to videos from here.
I haven't picked up the Harry Potter game yet. I think we'll probably pick it up Friday. Aaron yesterday said, "I wish that I liked video games because I would want to play that one." I'm like, "Play it." She's like, "I don't know. I just feel like it's too much work." I'm like, "Well, then just play the intro and like get sorted and get your wand and all that." And she's like, "Maybe I'll do that, or I'll just watch you."
She might actually really like that.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try to make it happen. Where I know. Actually, I told them. My kids, last night, Ryan did a trivia night, and the winner got a copy of the new Hogwarts Legacy game. And my two boys were in the competition. I was like, just win it for us. Like, it'd be awesome. And Avon, I think he lost by 1 point. Or I think he ended up being third, but he was just down by 1 point, is what he told me. Oh, Sean, yeah, I guess you weren't around yesterday. Aaron didn't feel well, so you'll be able to see that. She powered through, though. She did a great job. She was like, I wasn't very chatty. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's okay. We got through it. You're good.
How about we do leader games?
What are you looking for?
Apparently, you can't pull up a VOD when a channel is live.
Oh, really?
It forces you to watch the live, unless you have like the link to the VOD.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's no like.
I guess, well, it would have been nice if I recorded that, huh? Well, hey, while Bob is talking, it is a dice rolling game. What's the word I'm looking for here? Asymmetrical dice rolling game. There are 4 factions. There are 2. If you're playing a 2-player game, there are 2 you have to play with. Like you have to play with the Mollusk Union, which was the yellow team. I'm not sure why I let Aaron be the yellow team. It just worked out that way.
You're trying to be a nice guy.
What?
You're trying to be a nice guy.
I'm trying to be a nice guy. And then the Bluefin Squadron as well. So you roll your die, and then on each of the boards, there are different. There you go. There are different abilities that you can set. So there's Sail, which is your move. There's Tailwind, which is like a big move. You can order people around. You can fight if you have your cannons prepped. So you're vying for control of regions, and to get control of regions, it's typically whoever has the most pieces, most of their own pieces there. In each region, has a specific value. So when you're playing a 2-player game, after the round, whoever was first player, they get to increase one of the region's die by 1. If you're playing with 3 or 4 players, the smugglers, which I was talking a little bit about at the beginning of the show, the smugglers are the ones delivering cargo, and they will increase. You can't really see that. Ring lights annoying. The smugglers will increase each of the regions as they deliver. So I'm really interested in playing with more players. The first one to 30 points wins. Like, I'm gonna say it's like a pretty. I'll call it like it's a pretty simple game, at least to grasp the idea of it. But then actually knowing what you need to do, or versus like what your opponent's doing, like that's where the real challenge comes in. Like, you can roll dice and play some, no problem. People do that. But there's just like some strategy involved with knowing what you can do versus what your opponents can do. Bubba, you were in the chat a little bit.
Yeah.
You said you're gonna pick it up.
Yeah, I mean this game kind of hits for me. I'm a big fan of dice and dice rollers and dice placement. Like, I just am. There's another game that I think kind of scratches the same itch for me, and that's Barbarian Battlegrounds. And so, like, I think that this kind of does that. I really like the dice placement aspect, where it's like your dice are your people, but they're constantly changing because that's the nature of dice, right? So like they're not always doing the same thing. But I'm a big fan of that. I like the random chance of it. Some people don't like dice games because they're like,
right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how do you do that if there's no mitigation to it? If I can't change the outcome.
The nice thing about this one is you can spend gold to adjust your die. So for every one you spend, one you spend, you can adjust your die up or down 1. Sean, I would call this a little bit easier to grasp than Root. There's a lot. Both games are going for 30 points. Like, that's a pretty standard thing. But Root, I feel like, has a little bit more going on, and it might just be the factions. Like, I would say this is like, I'm gonna say it's a step down, but I don't think it's a step down in, like, in the quality of game. Like, just a step down in, like, difficulty. Yeah. So real if you want to get like an asymmetrical style game to the table, and you don't think your friends can handle Root, I think this would be the way to go. Like, hey.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep. This is roll the die, place them, control area. Now, there's a little bit more than that, and thankfully, they did just an incredible job with these little pocket guides that they have. Like, everything you need to know about the game, and on a quick glance, is like in these little rule sets. I mean, there is a full rule book which gives you the total breakdown and some examples, but I wish every game had something like this. Sean says playing TI4 next weekend for the first time. So excited. I hope that excitement continues for you, because I go into those games. Okay, I did go into those games in the past excited, and I get 2 hours in and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling good. I got this game in the bag. 3 hours in, and then when I realize I'm losing, and there's no way for me to catch up, and we still have another 3 to 5 hours left. So the art is so great.
I will never say, hey, does anybody want to play TI? What do you guys want to play?
I picked up Twilight Inscription, and I haven't been able to play it yet.
Oh, you have it?
I have it.
Did you get it at LTN Con?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't, because of my aversion to TI. I
like the idea of it.
But, I don't know. But anyway, hey, if you guys like that, fantastic.
Hey, let us know how it goes. Yeah, Sean, let us know how it goes.
Play more games that you like. And here's the deal. I would sit down and play with people if everybody wanted to play. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like, oh, hey, does anybody want to play? Oh, no, nobody does. Just the two of us. I'm not interested in that. It's not going to be a good time for anybody. Me sitting down with one more person to play TI.
Yep.
But if we had, what is it, like a full 8 people, 6 to 8 people or something like that, depending on, what expansion you're playing. But I would do that, because then that's an experience, right? Like,
sure.
That's a full day. You're sitting, you're gonna be there for like 8 hours. So like, buckle up.
Yeah, Sean, I agree. You need to at least play once to know.
Yeah,
at least once. You may love it.
I have played. I did not like it.
Oh, 5 will be. I think 5's a good number. 5 How many of you are first time players? That's where probably the
everybody watch all the videos. Everybody watch
seriously,
all the videos.
make sure you know what you're doing before you go in. Way you're
watch pick
no
your
teaching.
faction ahead of time.
Yep.
Don't go in blind. Don't go,
all of you are new. Oh man.
Well, Godspeed.
You have 12 hours prepared? Yeah. We're learning the game Friday Plains. Okay, that's much better.
You'll
Good.
Be fine.
Okay, good.
I would say, honestly, just play like 1 or 2 rounds on Friday and just fumble through it, and then go at the end of the day, figure out the rest of the stuff that you need to know, and then come back tomorrow. Yo, Ryan, thank you so much for those 28 months.
He lurked and then he subscribed. So
whoa.
I guess
well,
there you go.
What he doesn't know is that anytime anybody lurks, that's what it does.
It's an auto. Yeah. Thank you. What's your Rocket wants to know favorite co-op board game?
Like true co-op, like not just anybody can play without battling each other, but like true co-op. You know what I mean? Like we're working together towards a similar goal.
I have my answer.
Oh, well, I want to hear it.
Probably Frosthaven.
Already?
Oh man, it's so good. It's so good.
Grief.
But my second choice.
Wife, husband, co-op. I got you.
My second choice would be probably Lord of the Rings: Journeys to Middle Earth. I think it's up there.
Gloomhaven, like Frosthaven.
Oh yeah, Gloomhaven's number 2.
Gloomhaven, Jaws
yeah, Spirit Island crossed my mind. I really do like Spirit Island as well.
Ooh, Endangered. I have that somewhere.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's in the
I don't think I've ever played it.
Well, I didn't say I played it. I said I had it. Okay.
Is it the animal one? I'm guessing. Okay. Spirit Island's great. I actually really like Lord of the Rings, the card game, living card game as well as a co-op. Like you have to play. That is like. If you're not, there's no heroes. There's no one hero. If you're not playing together, you're not winning that game. There's no way. No way at all. All right, what's yours? I'm sorry. I keep mentioning
well, I thought about, this was the first game that came to my mind, but honestly, I didn't want it to be, this is a shots fired. I didn't want it to be like, Frosthaven, because that's the last game I played. And I would like to revisit that probably in about a year and ask you again, hey, what's your favorite co-op game? Is it still?
I would have said Gloomhaven before Frosthaven.
Oh, really? Okay. For me, the game that I would put at the top of that list is The Reckoners. I think that is just the smoothest.
Also a really good co-op.
Smoothest co-op game I've ever played. And
honestly, go ahead.
They're like if you play at max player count, which I recommend. If you play at max player count, the difficulties is as high as it obviously can be. And I think that in a smaller game, if there's like 2 to 3 people, you can table captain that game no problem.
Yeah.
Everybody's rolling their dice at the same time. All the actions happen simultaneously. You can use dice for other people. Like it's the co-opness of it is so fantastic.
Yeah.
But it can get very table captain-y. The higher the player count, the harder it is to table captain.
People can't keep track of everyone else. Yep. Rocket, yes, exactly like the book.
Yeah.
It's a game based on, it's right there, isn't it? No, that's something else. No, it's a game based on the book. It's
no, it's not.
We must just pull it up, man. We're talking about, or do you want to finish talking about Ahoy?
Oh yeah, Ahoy. I have it. I have it and Steel Slayer, and I haven't had a chance to play Steel Slayer yet.
I have not. I don't have Steel Slayer.
But Steel Slayer, it does. So Reckoners is book 1, okay, and then Steelheart. That's the villain, and then in Steel Slayer, you get to play against. It's like 2 separate campaigns. You get to play against Regalia, and also Limelight is the other one. I don't know why they didn't do like Calamity. But I guess it's not really like a villain. The main villain is It doesn't matter. Like if you know the story, you know the story. But it is based off of the Brandon Sanderson trilogy of Reckoners.
Which is the one that got me into like reading his books. Like the game got me into reading the book.
Yeah, same. That
got me into reading more of his books. So I think
I've not ventured out yet.
Gen Con. Oh man, so they're so good.
Light Archives and stuff like that.
It's so good. Please just instead of sitting there watching disc golf, listen for an hour, okay?
Listen, you can't talk to me like this.
Rocket, I think if you read the books and you enjoyed them, the game is awesome.
Hot Shots.
Yeah, we did Audible as well. I think it was Gen Con maybe 2018 or 19. Like we walked around the corner and we saw that game, Reckoners, and we're like, well, let's sit down and do it. And then I think I bought it right then. I was legit there for 10 minutes and I'd already bought it after like a quick 5-minute demo. I was in. See, Anna, somebody's just got to call him out, you know? There it is.
Yeah.
I don't play it enough. It's one of those games that fell off my top shelf and I'm bummed about. I'm really bummed about this one. My for those of you who don't know, I built some shelves around the top of one of the rooms in my house, and I've done this before where I put the shelf brackets above the board and the board's held on below it, and it's been fine. For action figures. Heavy games don't work. So a bunch of heavy games fell on the floor, including this one, and too many bones and a lot of cracked boxes. So there you go. How much is the what's the other one called now?
Steel Slayer?
Yeah.
Great question. Let's see here. You would think it'd be right here on this website.
Well, I'll let you know it's not a card house.
Reckoner Steel Slayer, 65 doll hairs.
Okay. That's right, Chad. That's right. We all three of us bought it, and Bubba drug his feet, and he regretted it, I think, right?
Yeah, but so here's the thing. I did drag my feet, but because I drug my feet, that actually led to the relationship that we have with
It's true. It's true. You win this one.
And it was one of those deals where like I got the game. I missed out on everything. Missed all of the cool things. And so the game came at, it was the full deluxe whatever at Gen Con, and it had metal pieces and it was really cool.
I didn't get that one.
Everything was dope. Even the base game is actually pretty freaking sweet because it's like this the translucent plastic pieces. They're not like solid plastic.
Mm-hmm. Oh right, so, yeah.
Like even the base game, you don't feel like you're just playing with garbage, and so it's really cool. But I wanted the metal pieces because
I'm sorry, you're talking about the full game. Yeah, even like the regular base game, because they have like 3 levels. Like there's regular, there's deluxe, and then there's like super deluxe, which is like all the.
Maybe I'm thinking of the deluxe then.
There's I think the super deluxe has fully painted figures, a metal Steel Slayer, or not Steel Slayer, Steel Heart.
Yeah.
Well, Chad, if that's in your cutting piles, let me know. Okay. Call dibs on that one.
I mean, legit, if you're looking for a game to play at game night with a bunch of people and you don't want anybody to like be mad at anybody at the end of the night, I would recommend this. It's not going to be like an easy learn, like you're not playing Scrabble, but if you put a little bit of time and effort in beforehand, let people know what's going on, this is a really good experience, a really good gaming experience.
I need to play it again.
But anyway, I missed out on all that stuff. And so I literally just contacted the guy. And I was like, hey, his name is Seth. I was like, hey, Seth, my name is Bubba. We kind of talked a little bit at Gen Con, not a lot. I was just wondering, like, how do I get my hands on this stuff? And he was like, oh, I'll send it to you. Give me your address. Okay.
Thank you much.
Yeah. And then, so from there, I mean, we've sat down, we've play tested, some of their stuff. We see them at just about every convention that we're at, just love those guys, Seth and Brett both, man, they're just absolutely crushing over there at Nabu.
Yeah. I typically, I prefer playing co-op games over competitive games. Usually.
Oh, I think same.
I mean, I like to win, but I would rather play a co-op game. And I know I think we're kind of in the minority there, Bubba. I think most people want to play, like, if they're gonna play a game, they want to be competitive.
Hey,
maybe I'm wrong.
Here's the thing, though. Like, when we've said this time and time and time again, we're not opposed to competitive play. There's just like a time and a space for competitive play. And so if what we're trying to do is build any kind of relationship or connection with somebody, probably the last thing we want to do is to get into a highly competitive situation with them. That being said, okay, there are some times where you want to be as competitive as you possibly can with the people that you have a relationship with.
Right.
Because there's just fun in that, right?
It's true. I like to beat you.
Oh, and you do, but very frequently.
Sometimes Bubba has this thing where if he plays a game, he's not only playing the game, he's having 3 conversations.
Oh yeah, like
so.
I was playing a game. I don't remember if I told this story to
also Aaron.
Hi Aaron. Hey Aaron. Welcome in. When we at our last game night, which was Friday night, we have a game night at our church. I was playing Azul, Summer Pavilion, which...
Oh, I haven't played that one yet.
Man, if you've not played any of the Azul games, you've watched us play it. Maybe we'll even play it one here in a little bit. If you've not played Azul in any way, shape, or form, I just think it's worth your time. I think it's a really cool play system, and it's beautiful, and it is competitive, but it's not like highly competitive.
No, I think I like that one because like it's competitive, but there's not a lot of take that or like I'm gonna like completely screw you over. Like we already talked about that, Aaron. Yeah, we're not gonna rehash it. That's for sure. Like if I'm playing a competitive game, I want to beat you on skill. I don't want to beat you because I ruined your chances the most, or you've ruined mine the most. Like, which sounds weird. There are some games I don't mind that, but like for the most part, I don't want to have a lot of take that in the game.
So that's Anna and I. All right. So like whenever we used to play Munchkin back in the day.
No one's ever gonna win that game. It's gonna go forever.
Hates Munchkin because it is almost all take that. Almost all of it.
I'm actually like that one. I'm more okay with because it is all take that. I don't guess I don't like the games where like you build, and then like everything is destroyed. Like in Munchkin, I expect everything to be destroyed. And what I'm gonna try to do is get you to use all your cards to destroy me, and I'm gonna have one more that'll get me to win. Like that's what I'm going on.
The trick is being able to draw those cards out of people.
Right.
Like but I mean, as far as like these things go, we were playing Summer Pavilion, and I don't win very often. I've told people this all the time. Like I stopped BG stats because it's worthless.
Oh, I gotta put mine in. Thank you.
Go for it.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Yeah, you keep talking.
Because I would put in partial completions. Like 90% of what I did would be a partial completion of a game, and so I'm just not into that. I'm not into it. And so we were playing Summer Pavilion last Friday, and it was myself, my pastor's wife, and my daughter, 8 years old. And she was kind of getting it. She was doing okay, you know, it's no big deal. But in between her turn, she would go and do cartwheels and run around and do all sorts of stuff. We'd have to keep calling her back. And after a while, it got to the point where, like, all the kids, which we had a lot of youth. We had a ton of youth, almost like 20, 25 youth that were there.
Oh man, those youths.
The youths, yeah. And so they all ended up like going over and playing Jackbox, which usually happens towards the end of the night. And so they did that, and then, hey Tim, what's going on, man? And so,
hey, good morning.
Then we just totally lost her, and that was our third person. And like when you set the game up, there's a number of tiles that you lay out per how many people are playing, and so it just kind of breaks the game. And so my pastor's wife, she was like, hey, does this happen often to you? And I'm like, only almost every single time that I play a game. Like I cannot remember. She's like, oh, like at a convention too? I was like, oh, I can't remember the last time at a convention I played a full game. Like
it's very rare for me.
I think specifically about when Luke and I were playing the loop, and we did not get past the setup phase, and we were sat in front of that game for 3 hours. And so
you almost got there.
Yeah.
Just because people keep coming up and talking and walking off and coming back. And I was going to say, you mentioned like party games and going to play Jackbox. We also have a lot of youth at our game nights, like probably 20, plus a lot. So they play, like, they kind of have rotated, and they played Code Names all together for a while. And then they switched to Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, which is great, and it's very loud. Margaret wanted me to play it like right after I hurt my wrist, and I'm like, I don't want to slam my hand down. There's no way I can do this. I guess lost. But recently they've moved on to Muffin Time. You know Muffin Time?
No.
Do you know ASDF?
I know Muffin Man.
No, Muffin Time. Your kids aren't. What?
What did you say?
Muffin Time?
Time.
Yeah.
Not top. Muffin Time.
Muffin Time. Yeah, not Muffin Top. Muffin Time. It's from the YouTube people. ASDF. I think it's a youth thing for sure.
Very random card game.
It is very random. But it's pretty funny, and it's very much like your card might say like, stand up. Last person stand up draws a card. You're trying to, I think, or discards a card. I think you're trying to get to 10 cards in hand. And so there are like action cards. There are like just ridiculous things. Like whoever's wearing a hat draws a card. So it is a lot of fun and very funny. And you've probably seen the videos that they're all based on, I'm guessing.
Doesn't look like it.
No? Okay. Well,
these don't look like any of the disc golf videos I've been watching.
Well, you sure? Look at that guy. So it's just like, I'm an old man here trying to explain this thing. It's like the kids and they're doing their thing. It's an animation thing, quick short videos. They're really funny. Train Kid.
It's $20 right now, dude.
Yeah, it's like it's a
down
game that
from $21.99. That's 10% saving in your pocket
right now. But this is a game that we played when we went to Evansville for a game day, and they had it there. And all of my kids were like, "We have to have this game." And so I got it, and they've been loving it. Oh man, they love it so much. They'll play. Yeah, all of the youths around here quote lines from this. I don't know how you escaped this, Bubba. I think you you know the internet, and I can't believe you don't know this.
I don't know teenage internet. I have no idea about the teenage internet. Like you know what I still don't know anything about, Matt. Backroom, the Backroom videos.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that either. Yeah. The robot thing. I have no idea what that is.
I want to know all the stuff about it.
Because now it's going to be a series or something, or a movie, or
yeah. A24 is picking it up, which is pretty dope.
A24 is what?
It's a studio that makes these like horror stuff. Like Kojima is.
Okay, gotcha. Aaron says Avon deeply regretted not bringing it to play at recess today. Muffin Time. He needs to sleeve that game, Aaron. All
right, I changed the screen because I'm ordering things.
You're ordering that game?
Yeah.
So I think if the youths are like the youths here, they will go gaga. What ages are they?
Youth age, like anywhere from, I would say like Nene, Caleb, Levi. So 7-ish all the way up to seniors in high school.
Okay, then yes, absolutely. They will know what it is. Aaron, maybe I just didn't know what it was. I don't know. Was it Minecraft? Is that what it's showing me?
Why do I know? Okay,
is it school appropriate? I can't think of any cards that are not appropriate. Aaron, can you confirm that?
Tim got his 18-year-old son hooked on old Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes they're funny though. They're so funny.
I know everything I know about music from Looney Tunes.
Yeah, there is it's just like there's some fart jokes, and I can't think of any cards that are not appropriate beyond that. And the deck is there's like 100 cards, Bubba, you're looking at right now. How many cards are in there? Like 112 or something like that? So it's a pretty like big and random, so you won't see the same cards you'll see them the more you play it, but take a bit.
The first line of this about this item is, "It's Muffin Time."
Can you just go to YouTube and type in Muffin
cards.
Time real fast?
200 cards.
Hey, go to YouTube.
Yeah, I sure can.
Type in Muffin Time and watch the video.
On YouTube?
I don't know, all of them. I think YouTube.
Muffin Time. You guys are gonna see. Oh, this guy watches a lot of Marvel Snap videos. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Leave me alone.
Trying to win over here, all right?
The muffin.
That's the song. That's the song. That was on my top Spotify.
Shmo-yo-ho. I know those guys. Okay, let's mute the old Spotify here. I have my browser unmuted.
It's like
I do.
It's exactly like Power Rangers.
All right, well let's do it. Oh no.
Well,
let's not do that.
I don't know the video. I only know the song, and we'll probably get.
Here's how to play Muffin Time the game. Let's do that.
Hey you, my name is Thomas Tomscar Ridgewell.
I'm Elliot Goff.
And I'm Eddie Bowley. And this is how to play our chaotic card game, Muffin Time. There it is.
To win Muffin Time, all you have to do is start your turn with 10 cards in your hand. Simple, right?
I like them because I can't hear it.
To begin, 2 to 8 players sit around a table and are dealt 3 cards each at random. Then the deck is placed face down in the middle. This is now the deck pile. But before we start playing, let's explain the cards you'll all be holding. There are 3 types of cards in Muffin Time. Action cards, trap cards, and counter cards. Action cards, the blue ones, make stuff happen. You play them during your turn and watch the chaos unfold. Some will allow you to draw cards. Steal cards. Trigger a mini-game. Or change the rules of the game in some way. Trap cards, the red ones, punish, trick, or surprise other players for doing certain things during the game, such as real-world actions or playing particular cards. You place them face down in front of you at the start of your turn and wait for someone to activate them. Counter cards, the green ones, are your primary means of defense against other players, and you can play them whenever you need to. Some will defer its effect onto another player. Some counters will stop the current player's card. And some will turn the effects back onto whoever played it. Every single card has its own unique conditions and effects, so be sure to read what they do and know when to play them. Now, let's get into the game. The person who suggested playing Muffin Time gets to go first. Why? Well, because they're probably a control freak and this will make them happy. On your turn, you have 2 decisions to make. First, you can decide whether or not to place a trap card face down in front of you. You don't have to, just if you have one and if you want to. You can place 1 trap per turn and have a maximum of 3 in front of you at any given time. If you already have 3 placed in front of you and want to add another, just choose one to discard and replace it. Now, whether you've placed a trap card or not, you can choose to either play an action card or draw a new card from the deck. If you play an action card, read out what it says so everyone can hear and follow through with its effect. Unless, of course, another player stops you with an appropriate counter card. After that, your turn is over and you move on to the player next to you. Are you playing clockwise or counterclockwise? You decide. I don't care. Oh, once a card is played, activated, or discarded, it goes face up into a discard pile beside the deck. If during the game you run out of cards in the deck pile, just shuffle and flip the discard pile and the deck is reborn. Now, while the other players take their turns, pay close attention to see if anyone activates one of your trap cards or plays a card you'd like to counter. If they do, cut them off and make it all about you. Once that's resolved, the game continues from where it left off. As soon as you or another player has exactly 10 cards in their hand, not over, not under, and not including any placed trap cards, they must say, "It's Muffin Time," to let the other players know they're about to win. However, if no one is able to change the number of cards in their hand before the start of their next turn, the game is over and they will have achieved sweet, sweet victory. And that's how to play our unpredictable, chaotic card collecting game, Muffin Time.
Really be me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Big fan of this.
Well, there you go. And if you know the videos, the little shorts they do, you like it even more because like it's stuff directly from their.
I would, yeah.
Stuff. So,
so,
there you go. So that's Muffin Time. That's what my kids have been playing with their friends, and Aaron and I have been playing as well. So it is funny when we don't know this stuff as well as they do, and we still had a blast playing it. So
I'm about to drop that video in my we have a Discord for our game night. So I'm just gonna let them know. I just
say it's coming. Just say it's Muffin Time, okay?
Yeah, it's Muffin Time.
No, I think the song says something about like die, 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 and I think that's what that the warning they had on there was. I don't know. Listen at your leisure, okay? Be warned.
There we go, everybody. Enjoy that.
Turn the music back on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And play. Got it.
Well, there you go.
This video is amazing. I've never heard about Don't Get Got.
I don't know that one either. Yeah, I think
I can tell. Hey, Alexa, Order more Tide detergent. We don't have Alexa, so hopefully anybody who does have Alexa and has their speakers.
Oh, we do. Thanks so much.
More Tide detergent.
Telestrations for Christmas?
Telestrations is fun.
I don't know telestrations, do I?
It's visual Pictionary is what it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like drawing out in the. She said no. Alexa, what did I say?
What did I just say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Alexa, please. Yeah, there we go.
I didn't catch that.
Don't pander me.
Oh man. Well, if you all get that game, let me know what you think. Bubba, let me know your game night thinks, or your family.
Yeah.
Maybe play with your family.
Yeah, I'll play with my family.
Bye, Aaron. Love you. Bye. See you soon.
A stupid school.
Yeah,
Hey,
get us-
you wanted to send them, so this one's on you guys.
No. We're still homeschooling 3 of them. So.
Oh well, you wanted to keep them, so this.
And well, we're in the talks of whether or not we send the others off as well. We don't know.
Dude, we're sending Caleb to school next year, and I am jazzed.
Back to it.
Oh yeah.
Same school, different school.
Different school.
Different
so there's a Steam, not like the video games, but
Steampunk, yeah.
What is it called? I don't know what Steam stands for.
Systems tell extremely aviary metallic.
That's it. How did you know?
Metallica, yeah.
I didn't think you were gonna get it, but you.
Well, I used to go to a Steam school.
Steampunk school. Yeah.
Yeah, well, mine was a steampunk. Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're shipping him off to one of those things because the middle school does that, and hopefully that does better for him, and he's able to stay educated and honestly like stay focused and like stay challenged. And I think that's a lot of what he misses not being at school. But we took him out for really good reasons, and so
well, it definitely was an adjustment for our boys. The first, mostly for Avon.
That's it.
Just getting
Science,
used to
technology, something in math, education.
No, that's STEM.
Engineering.
That's STEM.
No, science, technology, educating, and math. The A is and.
Art
and STEM.
STEM. I think I like mine better.
Art, maybe?
I didn't even mention Metallica. I'm out.
I thought you were going to use memes as the M, but you kind of left it on the table. Well, hey, we'll catch you guys later, and thank you for spending a little bit of your time with us. If you're not already partnered with us, please think about that. Prayerfully consider helping us move this mission forward financially. We do this because we love you, and if no one else tells you this is what we really want you to know. Jesus loves you, nerds. Bye.
Bye.